Start dominating and winning more games with this explosive offense. In this video, I'll be breaking down the formation gun doubles flex Y off close in the Saints playbook, and I'll have live gameplay footage at the end of the video, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so to start off this video, we're gonna go over the play PA Snag. Now I'm going to make sure that we're on a hash. You always want to try to be on a hash mark. And you want the two wide receiver side, the two wide receivers that are split out wide on the wide side of the field. So you want the tight end on the short side of the field. The reason for that is because you'll have better route spacing for your route combos. Now the reason this play is really good is because one, it's a play action play, so it will block any loop blitzes. And it has the short post, which is the route you see on the screen right now. These short posts are very, very good this year because they get under deep blue zones and they beat man coverage. So right now, I just want to show you real quick, as we know, or maybe if you don't know, now you will know, loop blitzes are very popular this year. And this is like one of the main blitzes that you'll see. This is out of dime 1-4, cross 3 fire. And you're going to see when I set this up right, I'm just not base aligned. It'll look something like this. And when you have a play action play, and don't worry about the routes right now, I just want to show you, you can even put your running back on a route, and the play action play will still block this blitz because the looper will not have that looping blitz angle that you see. So you're going to see when I snap the ball, he doesn't really loop and it's easily blocked. And you don't have to worry about any like super good blitzes that are loops. So the first setup out of PA Snag, all you're gonna do is streak the B receiver. You're going to corner out the tight end. You're gonna put a flat on the running back. And then you're going to drag the Y receiver. And this is what the play should look like. Now this beats man or zone. Against man, you have that tight end corner, you have the drag, and then you have the backside post. Now against zone, literally any of these routes could get open. So right now, when I snap the ball, your first read is always going to be the running back flat. But I do want to mention that you really just want to read sections of the field. Like I'm going to read the right half of the field. That's where like my first initial reads are. So I'm reading the right half of the field. We're going to see we have this corner route over that flat defender. And because, I mean, you could have thrown it to the flat route, but that flat defender stayed in between them. So if I threw it to the flat, that's only going to be like 5 yards. So when I saw that he stopped dropping back, I knew I could throw this over his head. So even though that running back is the first read, I could have hit him, but because I saw that I had time in the pocket, I hit my corner route over this flat defender and underneath this deep zone. So now we're going to run this play again, and we're going to say that the right side is guarded. So then we're going to shift our focus to the middle and left parts of the field. So we snap the ball, we see it's pretty guarded. Well, guess what? Now we have the backside that we're going to look at, and you're going to see if you can really get used to shifting your eyes from, your first section of the field, then the second section of the field, you can make reads a lot better opposed to reading receivers. So when I go to the instant replay, we're going to see that the flat was guarded by this flat, and it looks like right here, this guy's in a cloud. So this, oh no, not him, right here. This corner route was running towards the cloud. So when I saw that, I looked to the left, and I could have thrown it to this drag, but we did have this hook curl right here, so it would have been a knockout, maybe just 1 to 2 yards. So when I looked at the drag, I then was like, okay, well, our final option is now the post. And now if you get to your final option, that doesn't mean that you have to throw it to him. That just means it's your final option, and if that's not open, then you try to either scramble, throw it away, or just take a sack. But here, I read that this defender was dropping back, but I knew I had this open area of the field because I was looking again at sections of the field. I saw, when I was looking at this portion of the field, I saw this deep zone getting pushed back by this streak, which meant this part of the field was wide open. I also want to mention in this setup, you could block the running back if you need extra protection. So if you block the running back, it would look something like this, and that is perfectly okay, especially if you need more protection. So now I want to show you this against man coverage, and you're going to see we're playing against the cover 2, and we're going to read the right side, and right now they're kind of getting bumped, but we have that backside once again. You can see how dominant that backside post is, that short post. If you find a short post in a playbook, you should probably look at it because those posts are just very, very good. And that is the first setup out of PA Snag. All right, so now let's get into the second setup. Now for the second setup, all we're going to do is put the B receiver on a flat. the tight end on a drag, the running back on a streak, and then Y on a streak. So the play should look like this. Now here, again, this beats man or zone. For man defense, we have the tight end drag. That running back could potentially beat man. And then we have that streak, which could beat man defense if he beats him over the top. And again, we have that short post. Now your first read here is going to be that flat route by the B receiver. So we're going to snap the ball. If he's open, we can hit him real quick, just like that, for 4 to 5 yards. Now your second read is the running back. But then if you see that the running back is guarded, you're going to look at the drag, and then you're going to look at the post. So we're going to look at the running back. He's open right there. We give it to him, and we just get a good couple of yards there. Now let's see if we can hit the drag route. So we're going to see all these routes pretty guarded. We have that drag on the backside, which is really good. And the thing that I want to kind of show you guys is that drags can get hit or passed to really on many areas of the field. So I could have hit him right here. I could hit him right here or all the way to the sidelines like I did in that play. Now your last read, again, is the backside post. Now this post, again, is very good against beating man or zone. We're going to see if we can buy some time. We have them in the middle of the field just like that. And really the only way to guard that is if your opponent has a mid read, he uses it or mans it up correctly. And if they don't, you can hit that every single time. Now in this play, I would block the tight end if you need extra protection, not the running back, because honestly, that running back streak is kind of important in this play, especially if the post gets hit deep. That streak by the running back could push back any zone. So let's try that so I can show you. Let's try to buy it as much time as possible. Right there, boom. You saw that streak push back that deep zone. So if you have a lot of time in the pocket, that running back, like I just showed you, will push back deep zone. So you're gonna see he's pushing back this deep zone, which opens up this post on the sidelines. But again, that takes some time. But again, if you have to block somebody, I would block the tight end in that setup. Now for the next play, I really love this play. It's better against zone defense, but again, we do have man beaters. In any play that you run, you should always have some type of man beater because you want to be able to have a play in case the defense disguises their coverage well. Like what if it looks like a zone, but then they're actually in man? So you need man beaters and zone beaters in pretty much every play you run to be super efficient on offense. So in this setup, all we're going to do is put a flat on the running back. We're going to drag the tight end and then streak the Y receiver. So this is what the play will look like. So your first read in the play is the running back flat. So when I snap the ball, if the flat is open, you're going to hit that flat every single time. So your next read is that spacing route by the B receiver. So right here, I like this spacing route because it gets into the soft part of the zone. And when I get into the gameplay at the end of the video, you're going to see that happen in the game. And I actually have a pretty good comeback, so I'm excited for you guys to watch that. So when I snap the ball here, we're going to see the running back's guarded, but that spacing route gets open in the zone. So that spacing route is very hard to guard because not many people will user that, and not many people will think it's coming. So using that spacing route will definitely make the opponent have to respect it. Now the next read is the drag route, and the drag again beats man or zone. We're going to snap the ball, and that drag gets underneath the zones for an easy, probably 10 yards, maybe a little bit more. Now your next read after that is going to be the X receiver on the short post. So at the snap, we see there's some pressure coming, but he does get open. We come back to the ball. Boom, great catch. Now in this play, if you need protection, you can either block the running back or you can block the tight end. I wouldn't block both, just one or the other. So for the next setup, all we're going to do is put a speed out on the outside receiver, the X receiver, and then custom stem him to about 10 to 15 yards. Then we're going to put the running back on a flat. We're going to put the tight end on a drag, and then we're going to streak the B receiver. So it should look like this. Now in the play, you could block the running back or you could block the tight end. I wouldn't block both, just either or. So your first read in the play is the running back flat. At the snap, if there's no flat, give it to the running back every single time and try to make some people miss. Your second read here is going to be the drag route. So if you see that the flat's kind of there, you could then hit the drag underneath and try to get easy yards on the outskirts of the field if you hit it to the outsides. Now your next read will be the Y receiver on that short post, and at the snap, we're gonna see everything else is kind of guarded, but we have that short post underneath the deep zones and above the short zones on the sidelines. Do you want to go to the instant replay real quick just to show you how good this is? If the defense is playing flats on the field and has deep zones on that side, you're going to see like it goes into this soft spot so easily, and it's just such a good play because it's very hard to guard. Maybe a cloud flat guards it, but even if a cloud flat does guard it, you will have a flat underneath. So it just puts the defense into a lot of conflict. And again, it's a very good man beater too. Now, the next read I want to talk about is that speed out. Now, the only thing with the speed out, you want to be sure that this slot defender doesn't kind of like break up and towards the sidelines. And you want to make sure that this guy is not in like a cloud flat or soft squat. So normally if you see that if this defender kind of like run back, you'll have that speed out. And if you see this guy like, you know, go down towards the line of scrimmage, you'll have that speed out as well, because this most likely is a hard flat. So we're gonna do something like this real quick. Like usually a lot of people play cover 4 like this. So you're gonna see we have that speed out, and then at the snap, we're gonna be able to throw this down and away towards the sidelines. Now again, usually what you'll see when you can throw this is that this guy drops down. This guy kind of flips his hips a little bit like he's in a deep zone, because he is. And when you see him flip his hips, that's when you can throw it towards the sidelines and know you can throw it pretty safely, because he won't be reacting to it, especially with a pass lead down and away. Now for the next play, we're gonna go over Mtn Dig Under. And this play is very, very good. And you can create a cover 3 one-play touchdown out of it. So let's go to a cover 3 real quick, cover 3 sky. Now for the one-play touchdown against cover 3, what you're gonna do is custom stem that seam route by the Y receiver 3 times up. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And now he's custom stemmed 3 times up. Then you're gonna put the X receiver on a comeback, the tight end, the A receiver on a streak, and block the running back. And that's literally all you have to do. Sometimes I'll put a drag on the B receiver if I have enough time. And you're gonna see against a cover 3, if you have enough time in the pocket, he's gonna get wide open just like that for a one-play touchdown. And it's so simple. Against any cover 3 defense, that will happen. And you'll literally tell your opponent like, yo, you can't run this or else that's gonna happen. So the reason this happens is because this streak right here by the tight end kind of pulls this mid zone, or not mid zone, the deep inside third towards the middle of the field, and it makes him not have to bite, or he can't bite all the way on this side, because then this streak will get open. So he'll probably stay in the middle, which leaves this guy wide open over this deep third, because this comeback route also pulls the outside deep third down, which creates wide open space like you see here for a one-play touchdown. Now let's go over a different setup out of this play. For this setup, all we're gonna do is drag the Y receiver. We're gonna put a speed out on the X receiver and custom stem him up. Then we're gonna put the B receiver on a streak and the A receiver, the tight end, on a corner. Now your first read here is going to be the drag route, and this beats any man or zone defense. The drag, the speed out, the auto motioned whip route or the return route, and the tight end corner. So at the snap, you're going to see the running back go into an auto motioned return route. We're going to read the drag here, and we're going to see the drag gets underneath any zones just like that. So your next read after the drag will be the auto motioned running back return route. So at the snap, we're gonna see this return route. They're in man coverage, beats man coverage just like that. I would love more separation, but you're gonna see that's still an easy 5 to 6 yards. Your third read will be the tight end corner. So at the snap, again, the running back goes into his auto motion, and then we're going to read the tight end. The tight end gets in the soft spot against zone just like that, all because the drag pulls the short zone down and the streak pulls the deep zone up. So at the snap, you're gonna see this drag pulls this zone down, and then this streak pulls these 2 deep zones up, creating the soft spot in the zone for an easy catch. Now your last read is the speed out, and just like before, this speed out could get open against pretty much cover 3, cover 4, not really cover 2 because of a cloud flat, but it also beats man defense. We're gonna see right there, if we had enough time, he was gonna be open. Let's do that again. So let's set up the play. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get the auto motion going. So we're gonna read that corner over there, and we're gonna see we do have that auto motion, not the auto motion, the speed out, just like that. And the reason we have that is because we're pass leading down. So again, when I see this guy break and I notice that this guy has turned his hips because he's in a deep zone, I know I can throw it to him off his break, down and away and come back to the ball for a possession catch on the sidelines. Now for the next setup in this play, what you're going to do is put the B receiver on a corner and stem it all the way down just like that. You're going to put the tight end, the A receiver, on a post and stem him all the way down. Then you're going to put a streak on the X receiver and then drag the Y receiver. Now in this play, you could block the tight end and then put the outside receiver, the B receiver, on a post, but that's only if you need extra protection. The main setup is just like what I showed you before, like this. And in this play, your first read is to drag. So we're going to snap the ball. Running back goes into his auto motion again. We're going to read the drag. He gets open, and we can get an easy 5 to 10 yards, maybe even more if we can make people miss. Now, I do want to show you this corner route, the B receiver, because it goes by pretty quick. So you could shift your eyes to that side if the drag's not open, and he can get underneath zones with a pass lead down, just like you see right there. So again, it's kind of like a timing thing. If you see the drag not really open, which he kind of got bumped there, you can then shift your eyes really quickly to the right side, see if he has space in this area of the field, and if he does, you can pass lead it down by free-forming it down, and then come back to the ball and aggressive catch it on the sidelines. Now, after those two reads, you're then going to read the high-low between the return route by the running back and the post route by the tight end. So we're going to snap the ball here and we're going to read what one gets open, the low whip or the low return or the post. Right here we have the whip. Oh, I don't know why he didn't throw it. He pump faked. Let's do that again. But you saw I like the whip a little bit more there, so I was trying to throw it to him, but he just didn't throw it. Let's do that again. Snap the ball. I didn't custom stem the post, but that's okay. So we're going to try to stay tall in the pocket, and we have the return route again, just like that. And again, you want to come back to the ball to not let the defense disrupt the pass. So we're going to go to the instant replay just so I can show you that real quick. So even though I saw this zone, I knew that if I pass led the ball right here and came back to the ball, we'd still have an open catch. The reason I didn't like the post, maybe I was going to have it, but I didn't like this defender. And honestly, you always want to be careful of switch sticking too. Like right here, an opponent can switch stick to this defender or this defender and try to lurk that throw. So always be wary of that. All right, so for the next play, we're going to go over Mtn Angle Y Wheel. So this is actually one of my favorite plays in this formation. And for the first setup, we're going to go over a cover 4 one-play touchdown. The adjustments are to put the X receiver on a comeback, the Y receiver on a streak, and then you're just going to block your running back, and that's it. This deep crosser by the B receiver will get wide open against a cover 4. You just need time in the pocket, which is why we're blocking the running back. So at the snap, we're going to step up in the pocket, and you're going to see that B receiver is wide open for a one-play touchdown against cover 4. So in the instant replay, what you're going to see is that this comeback pulls down this outside deep quarter. This streak pulls the inside quarter up the field, which leaves this open pocket over the top of the cover 4 for a one-play touchdown. And that also happens versus a cover 3 as well. So I know I said cover 4, but normally if anything beats cover 4 for a one-play touchdown, it also beats cover 3. The next setup we're going to go over is actually a really good play against zone or man, and it also could beat cover 3 for a one-play touchdown too. All you have to do is put the running back on a streak and the outside receiver, the X receiver, on a drag. Now at the snap, you're going to read the super quick high-low concept between the drag and the corner route. So at the snap, we're going to read right here, and we have that drag route in the middle of the field. And if that's open, you give it to him every single time. Now, I do want to mention this corner route could be man or zone. And against zone, you just want to be sure you throw it underneath the deep zones just like that. Like if there's no curl flat underneath or flat route, you're going to have that every single time because it's almost impossible to switch stick or even have just a regular base deep zone guard it because it's such a short corner, which makes it super hard to guard. And you're going to see with the pass lead down, and you come back to the ball, it's just a very good route. I also want to show you the corner against man defense. So right here, we are not in a man defense. We're in cover 2 man, which is a pretty popular man defense. We're going to snap the ball, and you're going to see this corner route absolutely cooks defenders. So after you read those routes, your next read will be the running back streak. Now at the snap, we're going to see if we have that running back streak quick, we're just going to hit him every time, try to get yards after the catch. Your next read after that is the B receiver on the deep crosser. And you can actually hit this deep crosser in the middle of the field just like that if you pass lead the ball down and away. You don't want to pass lead it towards the deep zones. You want to pass lead it down and away from the deep zones. Now you can also hit this tight end wheel route. This wheel route could be hit on the sidelines over deep or over short zones. So at the snap, if it goes over short zones, you can throw it just like that. So that's really good against cover 2 and maybe even cover 3, cover 4 if the deep zones aren't biting down on it. The next play we're going to go over is Y sail, and this again is a very good play against man or zone. So for the first setup, all you're going to do is put the Y receiver on a drag, and that is literally it. Now your first reads in the play is the running back flat and the Y receiver on the drag. So at the snap, if that flat is open, you give it to him, but if the drag is open, you can also give it to him for easy yards just like that. Your next read will be the corner route. Now at the snap, if you see that the deep zones are getting pulled back, you'll have this corner out on the sidelines almost every single time. Now for the next setup, all you have to do is put the wide receiver on a drag again, and then put the tight end on a streak. The reason we're putting the tight end on a streak is because we're trying to hit him up the seam. So when we snap the ball, if we can hit him up the seam, we're going to, and we're going to see we can hit him right there with a pass lead down. And that's very, very, very good this year. It's very hard to guard. This is some people's like base setup. Because look, even though he's guarded right there, you can still hit him like in the deep portions of the field because even he got bumped a little bit, but this streak right there was pulling all the deep zones back, so we were able to hit the tight end with a pass lead down. Now for the defense to guard that streak by the tight end, usually the user will have to guard that. So we're going to simulate a user guarding that tight end. Well, guess what? If a user is guarding that tight end, that leaves open this receiver, the drag. So it's more of a chess game. If he doesn't guard that tight end streak, well, you can hit the tight end streak. But if he does guard the tight end streak, you'll have that drag in the middle of the field. I also want to show you that this setup does very good against cover 2. If we have enough time in the pocket, you'll be able to hit this B receiver just like this over the top of a cover 2 zone for almost a one-play touchdown. And the reason being is because this tight end streak will kind of make the deep half play in between them, which means you can freeform this receiver over to the sidelines for a huge pass over top of the cover 2 zone. Now an easier cover 2 bomb is out of the play Mtn Slot Post. So in this play, all you're gonna do is block the tight end, and then you're gonna custom stem the post route 3 times up, just like that. And that's all you have to do. Now in this play, you have 2 options. You have the post route, which it gets over the top of deep blue halves, or you have that fade route by the X receiver. We're gonna try to hit the X receiver first. So we're gonna see that out route by the running back will pull the flat zones down, and then with a pass lead to the sidelines, we have that fade route for an almost one-play touchdown if we can hit him in stride. Now the reason being is because this post route pulls the deep half towards the middle of the field, makes him respect the post just in case he runs a streak, which opens up the fade route on the sidelines for a huge gain. So now we're going to try to hit this post over the deep half. Now this post again needs to be custom stemmed 3 times up. So we're going to snap the ball here, and with enough time in the pocket, we're going to be able to bomb this cover 2 over the top with the post. Make sure you have good pocket presence roll if you have to, and you're going to see right here, especially with a fast receiver, wide open over the top. Now in the instant replay, what we're going to see is that deep half on the right side does not react to this post because he's on the left side right now, so why should he? But when he breaks over the top of the deep half, and he doesn't react or he doesn't recover quick enough, so we can bomb this over the top for a 1-play touchdown. Now the other play I want to go over real quick is that I do just run this inside zone. It's not the best run in the game, but if you mix it in a little bit, just make your defense or make your opponent's defense have to respect the run. Now for the red zone plays, we're actually going to be in the formation tight Y off. And the first play we're going to go over is jet touch pass. So for jet touch pass, you're going to want the running back on the wide side of the field because when we snap the ball, you want more room to run with this receiver. And you're going to see, because we have more room, we can get the edge and score easy touchdowns. But you're going to see this is just a very good run play, and it's not even really a run, it's actually a pass, but it gets a lot of yards for you, especially if your opponent doesn't know how to gap shoot it. Now, the next play we're going to go over is motion spot Y quick. Now, in this play, you're going to want the running back side on the short side of the field. For the adjustments, you're going to custom stem the X receiver's hitch route all the way to the line of scrimmage. You're going to put the Y receiver on a drag, and then you're going to put the B receiver on an in and custom stem it to the back of the end zone. And then you can either keep the running back on his bubble route, or you can just block the running back. Now, your first read is the auto motion flat by the tight end. So when we snap the ball, you're going to watch that auto motion, and if he's open, you're going to give it to him every single time and get some easy touchdowns. If they don't have a flat over there, you can hit that every single time. Now, your next read will be the drag route. So when I snap the ball, if that drag is open, we're going to hit him really quickly. We're going to see he's open right there. Easy touchdowns just like that. So if that drag is guarded, you're then going to look at the hitch route, and then you're going to look at the in route. So we're going to snap the ball here. Let's read the hitch. And the hitch might have been open there, but we do have that in route right there for an easy touchdown. And again, you're going to see that in the gameplay. This goal line play worked really well. So let's get into the gameplay. All right, this is the gameplay. We're down by 11, third quarter. He's thrown the ball at me like 80 times and we just swatted it. It was frustrating. And because I got frustrated, and take this as a learning lesson, do what I say, not what I do, that thing. Yeah, and I'm also on the wrong side of the field here, but we're going to run this anyways. Yeah, he threw multiple balls that were picks, but we decided to swat them. So then I got upset and tried for one-play touchdowns every time, and that led to 2 picks, and that led to the lead he has right now. Derek. Oh my God. And the Saints are miserable to play with right now. But we're going to get this here. I don't know. We're not going to get it all on this play, but we are going to get a first down. This guy is in double safety go. Here we go. Boom, boom. Please make a good throw. Thank you. 4th and 3. That's what you got to do. If you have a long distance, if you have a long distance to go to get a first down, try to split it in half or a little bit more and then go for it. You don't want to get it all in one play. That's a lot more difficult. Come on. Takes forever to do these adjustments. We're just going to do this right here. We're going to look at the drag. We're going to, boom, that little soft spot. Like, what is that? Why can't he just catch the ball and go? Oh, that's annoying. But you saw that play in the practice mode clips. That spacing route gets into that, really open part of a lot of zones, especially cover 4. And you saw it right there. So that's pretty cool. Let's just run the ball here. I don't know if we'll be able to, but let's try. Good blocking. Oh my God. That's fine. Now what we're going to do is this. Shaheed, isn't he really fast? I would love to get the edge here, and we'll cut it if we need to. Way to get the edge. All right. We're in the game. 11-point comeback. Yeah, screw it. Let's go for 2. Let's do this. Also, I really don't like the Saints. I'm a Bucks fan, so it kind of hurts me that I'm playing with the Saints right now, but it's okay. Kind of. But I do really like this red zone play. I do. You got to make reads quick, so I'm going to look at the drag. I'm going to look at the outside route. Got him. Boom. When I said outside, I meant to say the inside, the deep inside route that you stem up, not the outside route. But right there, we saw the drag. I didn't love it. The user was there. Maybe was able to hit him late, but I just moved my eyes up, and I saw that the in route was wide open. So again, it all matters. Like when you make reads, as soon as you see your first read isn't open, immediately go to the second one. You don't want to wait. That's what happens. And then when you wait, you get that anxiety of like, oh God, I got to get the ball out now. You got to just kind of practice discipline of moving to your next reads. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All right, here we go. I guess I'm showing defense here. He's been doing literally random stuff and throwing it right to my players. So pick. All right, here we go. We're here. We caught a ball. Go. We're here. Demario Davis. All right. The ball is in our hands. The ball is very much in our grasp. And we're going to go to Mtn Angle Y Wheel, one of my favorite plays in the scheme. Again, very good against switch stick, but this guy's not very switch sticky. He's not very switch sticky, which is fine. We should have the corner here. Dot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta say, I play Mutt. The gameplay in Mutt compared to Regs is a lot different. A lot different. It definitely takes some getting used to. Maybe I should have just played Mutt, but I just thought it was easier to play Regs right now because, like, I'm doing a Saints scheme. I could be the Saints, you know? And I also don't want to buy, like, the Saints uniforms in Mutt. So, again, he's not playing, like, great defense. He's just doing a lot of random stuff. So, again, I mean, it comes down to just making the correct reads, not forcing the ball. You don't have to throw it deep every play. He's only sending 3 here, flood concept, boom. And you're going to see, like, that deep zone isn't guarding that because we're coming back to the ball. And I'm freeforming it down. And right there, actually, when I say freeforming, I actually don't think I freeformed that. I think I literally just was, like, pushing the left stick down. But I'll pay more attention to that. I just got kind of like a habit of like, oh, maybe I should freeform here. Let's try another jet touch pass. I'd like it to go to the wide side though. All right, here we go. Let's get that edge. Oop. Man, interesting. I would like to score a touchdown here, not a field goal, because he could just like waste all the time, kick a field goal to win. So we're gonna go back to our play that we did before. The question is he blitzing? And I would like to think maybe if it could let me do my adjustments, I'd be a much happier man. But we're gonna try to get the ball out quick here. If he is blitzing right here, he is. We have A, boom, perfect. Those auto motions do very good against man defense because think about it. He's starting on the left side. So if there's a guy manned up to him on the left side, he's auto motioning to the right. So he's putting a lot of pressure on that defender. So right there, I'm assuming, yeah, it says right there, he was in pinch bug 0. That is a man blitz. So there was probably a man defender on him. And when we auto motioned him, he was in a horrible spot, which led him to be wide open because he was on the left side and we were auto motioning to the right. We're just going to do this. I'm going to cover the middle of the field. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to switch stick. Give me that. Boom. Get going. Uh-oh. Give me the pick 6. Come on. Come on. Oh, boy. 11-point comeback. You saw the offense at work right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn how to run the top 10 best plays in Madden 25, click on this video somewhere around right here.